You're about to watch an 11-minute video on YouTube completely uninterrupted by ads. That's possible because of the support from viewers like you at patreon.com/doseofbuckley. I'm creating this video as a sort of time capsule, something we can look back on in maybe 5 years and say, wow, people really were dumb back in those days. Glad we've left that behind. Or, oh, you thought caring about what kind of shoes a cartoon candy wore was the peak of stupidity? Well, strap in 2023, Buckley, because it's way worse here in 2028. For the terminally online, the culture war is everything. It's us versus them on every single subject, no matter how trivial. Any change, or perceived change, or hypothetical change is considered woke. And they, the powers that be, want to destroy your very way of life. And they're doing this by making M&Ms less sexy. We'll start there. This has been a talking point for over a year now. It was January 2022 that they redesigned the green M&M to no longer be wearing high heels. Who would possibly care about that? Apparently, conservatives. Tucker Carlson constantly devotes time on his show to this issue. Here's the clip from last year.
M&Ms will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won.
Why does he want to fuck the M&Ms? Why did he think an M&M was appealing in that way to begin with? It's a cartoon character. Maybe they made the change because of weirdos like you rubbing your dick on the packaging at convenience stores. So, more recently, someone must have tipped him off that more changes might have been made.
Woke M&Ms have returned. The green M&M got her boots back, but apparently is now a lesbian maybe, and there's also a plus-sized, obese purple M&M. So we're going to cover that, of course, because that's what we do.
It gets a little cut off at the end there, but you can almost hear him realize how fucking stupid this all is. Almost embarrassed that this is his career. He's mad that there's a fat M&M. It's a peanut M&M probably, and they're all fat, but man, if it's woke to show fat people in public, the USA is the wokest fucking country on the planet. More than 70% of the population is overweight. They're just walking around in plain view all day. So, M&Ms, in what's clearly an advertising stunt to hype their Super Bowl commercial, released a statement saying that they never realized cartoon candy would be so polarizing, so instead, they got Maya Rudolph to be their spokesperson. This, of course, prompted Tucker to claim he won, tweeting that he takes full responsibility, like Osama bin Laden releasing a tape from a cave, claiming victory for the towers falling. But it's not about M&Ms, of course, right? It's about how they're trying to warp your children's minds. That's what all these companies are doing. M&Ms, we're not just here to fuck up your children's teeth anymore. We have come for their souls. Hashtag boycott M&Ms, don't let the chocolate giant choose your child's birth gender after they're born. Says a person completely unironically. This person's fully indoctrinated by this nonsense. His Twitter is all sorts of this shit. This guy's got trench foot, he's been a soldier in the culture war for so long. But it's about the kids. The right is just trying to protect your children. That's the easy way to get views and clicks, to turn these rubes to your side. Like this non-issue. Xbox is adding another power saver mode. If your Xbox hasn't been used for a while, it'll go from sleep mode to fully off. So, how can we twist that to the culture war? They're trying to turn your kid into the next Greta Thunberg.
I mean, it's crazy what they're doing, but we understand what this is. It's not that it's actually going to offset emissions, okay? The level of reduction is infinitesimal, but they're trying to recruit your kids into climate politics at an earlier age. Make them climate conscious now.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. You're right. They're going after the children.
Of course they are. But again, what's the point of video games? It's for kids to be kids. Now you sit down and pick up a controller and they're like, by the way, the world's on fire. Ah! You know what I mean? You just want to play the game.
I didn't think of that. You're so right, says blonde Fox and Friends host number 219. They managed to make a power save feature part of the culture war. Fellas, were our Windows 95 screensavers woke? Was every child's dad trying to recruit them into climate politics in the 80s when they were yelling, "Close the damn door, you're letting the heat out," and "Turn the lights off in your room when you leave"? But they, the left, are trying to destroy your very way of life. Which, by the way, if your life includes a $600 video game system, it's probably pretty good. Ted Cruz, a US senator, a man who should probably have way more important things to worry about, tweeted about this story. First gas stoves, then your coffee, now they're gunning for your Xbox. No snowstorms to run away from, Teddy? You got too much free time on your hands? Wait, gas stoves? What's that all about? Oh, well. You see, a rumor was going around that Biden was going to ban gas stoves. What really happened is that the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission said that they're considering regulations after years of research that suggests some improperly installed and maintained gas stoves might be leading to health issues. 5 minutes on Twitter and I'd absolutely believe that more than a few people have a fucking gas leak in their house. People cooped up in their homes all day, huffing gas fumes and going, "The candies went woke." So, regulation could result in making sure future gas stove installations would be done safely to, yes, a possibility that there would be no new gas stoves sold in the US. At no point was there any talk of forcing people to remove them from their homes or businesses. But don't tell Ron DeSantis that. When we say don't tread on Florida, that includes our gas stoves. Show the left that they're not taking those away from us anytime soon. By buying a t-shirt. It's always fun when they grift right out in the open. But this trickles down to regular people saying shit like this. The people that are saying gas stoves are bad are liberals. There isn't one doctor that supported this. The left is pushing for the New World Order and taking everything away from us. It would put restaurants out of business. This is what actual idiots believe because someone influential on their side told them it. That the squad is going to come rip gas stoves out of restaurants. Hey, by the way, let's just check the old chart here and see where all the gas stoves are. Oh, they're all in New York and California, the two most liberal states. 68% of the US has electric stoves already. Over 70% of Floridians are like Dylan. They've already gone electric. But did you know you're a gangsta if you use a gas stove? This went viral recently. Some right-wing influencer making eggs on a gas stove. Oh, eggs are also part of the culture war too because Biden made them too expensive or some shit. He decides the price on eggs, of course. Anyway, this girl makes the world's blandest fucking egg on a gas stove while mugging at the camera. With the caption, "How to be gangsta in 2023. This is more of that whole conservatism is the new punk shit. Imagine this type of groupthink nonsense being considered punk. Punk and gangsta is when you read something on Twitter and wait for one of your leaders to tell you what to think about candy, video game systems, and home appliances, and then all throw a tantrum in tandem about it. And you know what's really gangsta? Crying about a theme park ride being changed. So, we all know Disney's an enemy combatant in the culture war. Remember when they made a movie about girls getting their periods? Woke! Well, it was recently announced that Splash Mountain is being closed and rebranded. If you didn't know, it was themed after the movie Song of the South. I've never seen it because I'm not 80, but Disney feels so embarrassed by how racist it is, they still haven't put it up on Disney Plus yet. So, they're gonna rebrand the ride. The same ride. Still gonna be a log you get wet in. Fuck, people are thrilled by the dumbest shit. To be Princess and the Frog themed. Which is woke because that movie has a black princess. This is something they've apparently been working on for like 5 years, by the way. But again, the mouthpieces said it was canceled by the woke mob. So then everyone parrots that. The woke mob has now taken Splash Mountain from us. Disney is closing Splash Mountain. I'm wondering what gender fluid woke pride ride they will replace it with. I can't believe woke culture killed Splash Mountain. We can't have anything. We can't have anything, guys! Splash Mountain was all I had. A ride you had to wait 2 hours to get on at a theme park that costs a week's salary to get into. Now, I would love nothing more than to spend 10 more minutes mocking the liberals who were outraged by these things and forced these changes. I really would. These sad individuals who rallied against M&Ms, who made them change the shoes on the green M&M. or made Disney change the ride, or made Xbox add a setting. But here's the problem. They don't exist. A big part of the culture war is making up an enemy to fight, and then of course, beating them by making them sound pathetic. These loser libs couldn't handle an M&M with high heels. Yeah, they would be losers if that were the case. Except, no one ever cared. But they want you to be outraged because that gets engagement, and then hopefully gets you to watch their shows, or buy their merch, or vote for them, or whatever the fuck they want to scare you into doing. The Hodge twins know very well that the Navy flight deck crews wear different colored outfits depending on their position on an aircraft carrier. But instead, they tweeted, "The NFL managed to turn the USS Carl Vinson gay. Told y'all." And shared a photo of the crew in their regular uniforms, vaguely looking like a rainbow. Classic rainbow with red, white, and blue in the middle of it, by the way. To rile people up. To scare them into thinking that the libs are going to ruin the military. Conservatives, tell your news and your leaders to stop this. This is insulting to you, and you should be embarrassed that they think this is how stupid you are. Unless this is how stupid you are. I have some conservative leanings, but there's no way I'd ever call myself a conservative. Wouldn't call myself a liberal either. And you can watch the 100 or so videos making fun of them too before you post your fucking whataboutisms. But imagine going, "Why yes, I'm a member of the group that is deeply invested in the sexiness of candy and what cartoon characters are plastered on a ride at Disneyland. Take my opinion seriously."